Exposure by Aga Lesiewicz. Read by Emma Sidi. Prologue. A new email pings in my mailbox and my chest tightens with anxiety. I know I have no reason to react like this anymore, but the sound still fills me with dread. I click on the mailbox icon and stare at its contents in disbelief. Exposure 5. My worst nightmare isn't over, after all. I could ignore it, I could delete it, but I know it will appear again, and again. I also know there is no point in trying to trace its sender. The person who has sent it doesn't want to be found and isn't interested in my answer. I take a deep breath and click on the attachment. It's a photograph this time, and it's mesmerizing. I've seen something like this before. It seamlessly blends two images, the one of the view outside and that of the inside of a room. The image of the exterior is projected on the back wall of the room and is upside down. I rotate the picture on my computer screen and take a closer look. It's a section of an urban riverbank, a uniform row of solid 4- and 5-story houses, perched in a neat line above the dark water. The brown and beige brick mass is interrupted by splashes of colour, marking the developer's frivolous idea of painting some of the tiny balconies white or blue. A modern addition breaks the brick monotony, an incongruous cube of glass and steel crowned with a for sale sign. Below, the river has left its mark on the mixture of rotting wood and concrete, with a vibrant green bloom of algae clinging to the man-made walls. My heart begins to pound when I realise the view looks familiar. I know where the photo was taken. I rotate the image back and concentrate on the interior. It's someone's bedroom, dominated by a large bed. The heavy wooden frame fills the picture, its carved antique headboard clashing with the image of the exterior projected over it. The bed is unmade, a mess of pillows, and a duvet entangled with sheets that are dark red, almost crimson. A small bedside table on the left with an unlit brass lamp on top of it. Some books scattered on the floor, mostly large format hardcover art albums. I find my eye keeps coming back to one spot in the image, a body on the bed. The woman is partly covered by the crimson sheet, her dark hair spilling over the edge of the mattress. One of her arms is twisted at a weird angle, revealing a small tattoo on the inside of the forearm, just above the wrist. I recognise the image, and I can tell the woman is dead. I close the attachment and get up from the table, away from the computer. I feel dizzy and faint, my skin clammy, the thin shirt I'm wearing drenched in cold sweat. No, I can't let panic get the better of me. I have to think and act. I go to the sink and pour myself a glass of water from the tap. I drink it greedily, spilling some on the floor. It helps a little, but the choking sensation in my throat persists as I go back to the Mac and click on the attachment. I force myself to look at the image again. Yes, there is no doubt about it. I am the dead woman in the photograph, and I know who my killer is. Chapter 1. 3 weeks earlier. It's an overcast and oppressively hot summer day, so humid everything I touch is damp. We've been filming at Shepperton Studios in Surrey since early morning, and I have a feeling the shoot is going to run well into the night. The small space, a tarted-up storage room rented out to low-budget shoots, doesn't have any ventilation to speak of. It's in a deserted part of the film studio complex, tucked away behind the D stage. Everything happens in slow motion today, and everyone seems to be in a foul mood. Even Milo, the motion control rig we are using, has succumbed to the tropical temperature. Something is overheating inside, causing the rig to jam, and no one can find the source of the glitch. As the studio guys are trying to fix it, most of the crew lumber to the canteen in search of air conditioning. When I say the crew, I mean Jason, the director, Lucy, the production assistant, a couple of model makers, and me, the director of photography, or DOP for short. I do mostly still photography these days and don't normally work on film shoots, but Jason and I go back a long way and I never say no to his little projects. We reach the canteen and stare passively at the locked doors. Of course, it's past 6 p.m. and the cafe is closed. The studio complex, normally buzzing with life, seems deserted. We begin to crawl back to the studio when my iPhone pings. We've been told fixing Milo will take a bit of time, so I fall back behind our group to check my emails. There is a handful of spam offering Ray-Ban glasses and friendship from a pretty Russian girl called Irina, a couple of emails from my accountant, and an email from an unknown sender, titled Exposure 1. My finger hovers over the delete button, but then I change my mind and open it. It has an attachment that most likely contains a virus.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?